Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Nicholas from Moralis, and this is part number 4 of our tutorial series where we are cloning RARIBLE using Moralis. And in the previous episode, we finished up creating our profile section. So we can create a profile, we can select an avatar, we can select the username. This is not my real username. And then, this is finished. So in this episode, we are going to start the feature of creating items. So let's just get started. And we will begin in our HTML file, and we will create a new section like this for the form where we are creating the item. So we can just start with this one as a template to save us some time, and we can call this create item. And here we can also say create item, and we need a text input that is required that holds the name of the item. So we can call it txt create item name. Okay, then we need, instead of an input, we need a text area. We don't need a name, in order for the user to write some description of the item. So we call this txt create item description. And I think it will be enough with 5 rows, and we can give it a placeholder of enter description, like this. Okay, then we need another input for the price, and this will be type number. We can have it a minimum of 1, and we can have a step of 1. We can call it number create item price, and let's just enter price like this. Okay, and this is also required, by the way, so we can do required, and then we can have a status of the item. So let's just remove this, and then we do select. And status of the item means that an item can be like an instant buy, it can be accept offers, or we can have a third option that says this item is not for sale at the moment. So let's create the first option, and we give it the value 0, and we say not for sale. Copy this, and then we do the same, and we do value number 1. And this is instant buy. Copy this, and then we do accept offers, like this. Okay, and then we can call this one select create item status. Very good. And to explain to the user what this means, let's just have a label for it. So we can just take this and copy the ID to the 4, and then we say status. Okay, and then we need the user to select a file. And this we already have from our template here. So we can just have to change the ID, and we can have it called file create item create what can we call it? Create item file. And let's copy it here and select file. Okay, and then we don't need the logout. We do need the close. So give it the btn close create item, and btn create item. And we can, instead of save, we can have create exclamation mark. Okay, so this is the basic form to create an item. So what we need now is a way to open this. So we will create another button up here. So let's copy this, say create btn open create item, like this. Okay, and now let's reference some of these things. So let's just copy the ID of the button, go down here, paste it. And then we can take, for example, this one and replace the ID, and we can call it open create item button. And we can do the same for the form so that we can reference that. Let's put that on the row before and copy this. Not user info. Create item. We don't want to reference the wrong thing. So, and this we can call create item form. Okay, so we want to hide this form on the load just as we did with the user info. So let's do that in the init user function. So if the user is logged in, then we can show this open create item button. But if the user is not logged in, then we don't want to show it. So we do the hide open create item button. So now this will look good on load. And we also want to implement the close button here so that when it's shown, we can close it. So this we can do by going down to our things down here, and we can just take like this, copy this one down here, take the ID of the button, close create item, and it will hide the create item form. And then we need some references to the different fields. So let's just do that underneath here. So we can copy this one and make some new 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a couple of them. And then we need one for the name. And we can call this one create item form, create item name field. And we do the same with the description, copy that. Here, create item description field. And the third is the price. So we take the price, copy it, and create item price field. And the same with the status. This one here, create item status field. And then we need one for the file. This one here, create item file. And we have the button already. Very good. I think this will be enough. So let's just make sure that we open the button when we press this one. Maybe I didn't do that. So open create item button. Okay, we can select, do the on click on this one. So we can just do this, right? Open create dot on click equals inline function show element of the create item form. So let's just try this out to see if we made everything correctly. Hope you were able to follow along. So if we now refresh, this is not hidden by default. So we can, I thought we did that. So on the, yeah, we need to hide it initially as well. So we can hide the element here, hide element, create item form, so that when we load, this is hidden. Let's just give it a minute or a second to reload. Okay, so now it's not visible. It says create because we're already logged in. If we would to log out, this will not be shown. Let's just prove it. Okay, so we logged out, no button. We log in, we sign. Now we have the button. We can press create. We get this unstyled form where we can enter a name, description, price, the status, the file, and we can also close it. So this will be enough for this episode. In the next episode, we will actually create the item and save it to Moralis. And in the episode after that, we will actually mint this in a real ERC-721 token. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to like the video, and see you guys in the next episode.